Yaoundé, the capital of this country, Cameroon, one of the 46 member states of the roughly 23 years old the International Organization for Bamboo and the Rattan, whose Central Africa Regional Office is housed in the economic lion of the Economic and Monetary Union of Central African States.
Cameroon is one of the richest countries in Africa in terms of natural bamboo resources. We recently conducted a GIS-based remote sensing inventory of the bamboo resource in Cameroon, and the study has revealed that Cameroon has up to 1.3 million hectares of natural bamboo. Bamboo is found in all the 5 agroecological zones in Cameroon. We have been able to identify 7 different species, 5 introduced and 2 as indigenous species to Cameroon.
Le potentiel du Cameroun est très important.
Cameroon's bamboo and rattan potential is huge.
Accueillant en visite.
Let me tell you that on a visit to Cameroon, I took the Director General to an area I know so well, where every 2 meters there are massive bamboos. We visited the Kribi-Yakom-2 road, about 10 kilometers from Kribi. There are great bamboos, each 2 or 3 meters, which even prevent the sun from penetrating to dry the road when it rains. It tells you how they are huge and impressive.
Touffu et important.
The International Organization for Bamboo and Rattan was established formally in November 1997 after having a collection of research institutions on bamboo. The 9 countries which are based in China, including China itself, thought that it was time to establish an international intergovernmental organization which would deal with bamboo and use the structure to promote the use of bamboo, to raise the awareness of people in the world about the uses of bamboo, and therefore also contribute to projects of poverty reduction, and also to contribute to climate change mitigation efforts, and also to use bamboo for environmental protection and restoration. So that is how it started in November 1997. With 9 countries, founding members, and China, of course, was the leading inspiring member. And the countries included a few countries in Asia and Latin America, and 1 country in Africa, that is Tanzania, was one of the founder members.
Aware of the potential of Cameroon as Africa's bamboo leader, and with a desire to make the sector one of the future pillars of an environmentally friendly development option, President Paul Biya travels to China back in 2018 to ensure, amongst other things, that the legal framework to form the sustained use of bamboo in this country is established at the head office of the International Bamboo and Rattan Organization, found in the Chinese metropolitan capital, Beijing, but more precisely at Cameroon's embassy in this country.
Le gouvernement de notre pays a adhéré à INBAR.
Our government joined INBAR in 2002.
Les rapports entre notre pays.
Relations between Cameroon and INBAR are excellent and good.
Les relations sont bonnes, elles sont suivies, et comme vous le savez, en ce moment,
they are sustained and we currently chair the Council of Ministers.
Après cette adhésion en 2002,
in 2013, we organized here a capacity building forum
pour examiner les questions de renforcement des capacités de la filière. En 2016,
in 2016, it was a regional capacity building initiative to capitalize on the potential of bamboo to combat climate change.
En tenant compte de ce que le bambou a une très forte capacité de séquestration du carbone. Depuis 2002,
since 2002, about 300 people have been trained with the assistance of INBAR.
En mars 2018, le président de la République, son Excellence,
in March 2018, President Biya became the first in-office president to visit the head office of INBAR. One of the spin-offs of that visit was a signing in September the same year in the headquarters an agreement for Yaoundé INBAR office, which gives the same advantages.
Un certain nombre d'avantages.
Cameroon has been in the forefront among countries in the region to appreciate the use of bamboo, and His Excellency the President himself, when he visited China in 2018, he was so interested in finding out how useful bamboo can be used, and he paid a visit to our headquarters. And out of his initiative, we signed a memorandum of understanding to place a central office here in Cameroon for the use and the monitoring of bamboo projects in Central Africa.
We are an intergovernmental organization, and we basically work with our member states. Cameroon is a government that has joined INBAR many years ago. We are at the moment trying to work with Cameroon from a distance. The headquarters are here in Beijing. We have an office in Ghana. We have an office in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. But to actually have an office in Cameroon, in Yaoundé, means that we can work much more directly with the Ministry of Forestry and Wildlife, with the Ministry of Agriculture, and with other ministries in the country, but also with other organizations. Because once you are there, you can actually make connections, you get to know people, and there are more opportunities to develop programs, to look for funding, and to look for investment.
The government of Cameroon, right from the highest level, the presidency of the republic, have expressed its commitment to develop this industry sustainably in Cameroon. Cameroon joined INBAR as a member in 2002, and ever since, INBAR and Cameroon has really worked hand in hand to be able to build the industry in Cameroon. Over the years, INBAR has been able to train over 300 government officials from Cameroon. In 2013, INBAR and Cameroon jointly signed a memorandum of understanding for the development of the bamboo sector in Cameroon, and that was followed. We were very honored to have our first ever in-office president visit in 2018 in the headquarters of INBAR in Beijing. That was President Paul Biya, who came and really expressed his interest. And from there, in 2000, the same year, but later in September, the establishment of INBAR Regional Office for Central Africa was signed, and that brought me in the country. And when I came, I was really welcomed like a son of the land, and I received all the support I needed from the government to be able to establish the office you know very well, and it is from that office that we are supporting these activities.
Already recognized as a giant in the bamboo world globally, the leadership of the International Bamboo and Rattan Organization meets Cameroonian authorities with the inauguration of their Central African Regional Bureau Office located in Yaoundé to ensure the growth of the industry in Cameroon.
Generally, we have around 1,600 different species of bamboo. And these species are divided into three groups. We have the monopodial bamboo, which grows stem by stem, separate like trees. We have the sympodial, which is what we have behind us here. They grow in clump where clumps grow close together, and then we have the amphipodia bamboo, which is somehow a mix of the different species. So basically, they grow in the same way with these particularities I've just explained.
Bamboo is a species that grows very fast, and that's our advantage. So in order to produce this bamboo, it's very simple but technical too, with the help of INBAR, the International Bamboo Association. So what happened is that to have a complete plant of bamboo, you need seeds and you can use boots, that is stems of branches. Okay, what we do is that we do what we call prospection. We see the side where we have the bamboo, we have bamboo stems. We go to the forest, we harvest, we look stems that are good. When we harvest them, we take it to the nursery. Then we do what they call dressing. In French, they call it habillage. So we prepare the bamboo in such a way that we can put it in the what they call seed bed, germois in French. After we put it in the seed beds, we wait for some time. If there is rainfall, we control the rate of watering on the seed beds. Then after we transplant them to the polythene bags, in a period of less than 3 months, you have a stem of bamboo that you can plant in the forest.
To power this outstanding resource, unique in rolling back poverty, the Inter-African Bamboo Smallholder Farmers Livelihood Development Program, which has already created plus 250,000 jobs, new jobs, has begun to provide the most basic element for bamboo enlargement in Cameroon: training.
Nous nous sommes appropriés à l'issue des accords que le chef d'État a signés et avec la venue.
We have been encouraged by the agreement signed by the head of state and the establishment of INBAR office in Yaoundé to include this in our program.
Par le fait que nous avons également adopté une nouvelle programmation en ce qui concerne les enseignements.
We have a new curriculum which focuses on professionalization. This is particularly for nursery, which is part of the bamboo growth process.
C'est une partie du dispositif et du processus. Et les pépinières sont importantes parce que c'est à ce niveau où les plantes, comme je peux dire, c'est
they lead to their growth and later taken to plantations.
We are here in Ekali under the Inter-Africa Bamboo Smallholder Livelihood Program. So this is an IFAD-funded project for 2.5 million USD, running for 36 months in 4 different countries. So we have Cameroon, Ghana, Ethiopia, and Madagascar. And within the framework of this project, we at INBAR are working with these governments to see how we can support them in building the whole supply chain of the bamboo. So looking at resource development in terms of building the capacity of communities, of sustainable land managers, of researchers in nursery techniques, different propagation techniques of bamboo, establishment of plantations, sustainable management of the plantation, harvesting, processing, because we have established the Common Production and Training Center, which is a workshop equipped with different machines which would enable our artisans to be able to produce high-grade product. And then from there, we also work on standards, because if these artisans produce and we cannot sell, there will be no value addition. And to be able to sell, and if we're looking at international markets, then we should consider about standards. So the project actually looks at developing the whole supply chain, and it is what we have engaged with the government of Cameroon, and we are pretty much in a very good pace.
A forest resource which has existed in our communities for centuries with artisanal exploitation. The education mission to transform bamboo into business is conferred to the plus sexagenarian National Forestry School in Barmayo, some 60 kilometers from Yaoundé.
Pourquoi le bambou? Le bambou est d'un intérêt très important aujourd'hui.
The bamboo is key to the economy today, especially seeing its importance in some Asian countries. It has uses like timber, and with the decline of the resource, we should look for alternatives. More so, we have the problem of unemployment, and anything which can reduce it is welcomed.
avoir le matériel et débuter.
With the help of INBAR, in this workshop we have acquired some material to start training.
En dehors des arbres forestiers, d'avoir également de l'expérience sur la production du bambou, qui somme tout.
The early results are good and bamboo growth. This expands our training from other trees to bamboo in the short and long term too.
En termes de formation, autant sur le long terme que sur les formations continues.
We have different techniques that we grow bamboo. We can grow bamboo from seeds. We can grow bamboo from vegetative propagation. So the seed method is the easiest method because it is just like growing maize. I don't know, when we were small in the village, we saw people sowing maize yeah. So the seed is something similar. But the disadvantage or the limitation with that technique is that bamboo flowers after an interval of 30 to 120 years. So the seeds are not readily available. And because of that, we are somehow forced to look at other techniques. And the technique we have been encouraging in Cameroon is cuttings. So we do two kinds of cuttings. We do culm cutting. The culm is the whole bamboo culm, or we do branch cutting, which is a growth on the culm. So with this, we teach the people, the communities, like what we are doing here at the Kali, how to identify which culm meets the features of a cutting, how to harvest it from its natural environment and bringing it to a nursery where it is going to be planted, and then from there it's going to sprout, and from the nursery then it can be carried out to the plantation.
We have worked closely with INBAR Central Africa Regional Office, whose head office is in Yaoundé. Together, we have begun to put together nurseries. After this, we have plantations and we have transformation.
Today, a specialty at the school. The future technicians in the expansion of the bamboo trade in Cameroon are given the most practical knowledge on the process to grow the tree here.
Le bambou et le rattan sont classés parmi les produits forestiers non ligneux.
The bamboo and the rattan are two non-aquatic forest elements, apart from normal trees actually.
Il y a tous les autres produits qui viennent. Et vous allez voir que les produits forestiers non ligneux n'ont pas toujours la valeur qui devrait être la leur.
They're not given their right value. With the help of INBAR, we intend to give the same social and economic value to bamboo like with timber.
Avec le bois. Et c'est dans ce sens que nous sommes en train de travailler ces premières générations pour qu'elles puissent aider à valoriser la ressource. Parce que le problème aujourd'hui,
that is the mission of the first generation of trainees. The key issue today is value.
Mais on se dit qu'en prenant et en mettant cela dans les
it is undervalued. With training, this problem will be solved.
Sur les programmes économiques un peu plus importants.
La forêt école n'est pas aussi riche que l'on peut imaginer.
The forestry school is not quite rich in bamboo. We intend to enrich the forestry school with bamboo and this new dynamic with natural and planted bamboo, which easily grows.
On peut l'aménager plus facilement par rapport à ce qui est resté naturel.
From the preliminary studies we conducted, we saw that we have a million hectares of bamboo, but this is natural. So it cannot sustain a business. We have to plant bamboo to be able to sustain the industry we are looking at. When you go around and you look at what our artisans are able to do, they're actually very inspired. They are very capable. But their limitations is in terms of the tools and the different techniques they are using. So we are trying to address that problem because we have put in place a common production and training center with all the equipment they need, and it is at their disposal. So from there, they are going to have access to those tools to produce high-end products, which will be marketable both nationally and internationally. And we are also working with the ARSO. The ARSO is the African Standardization Organization, to be able to develop standards for bamboo and rattan at a continental level. And this falls within the bigger framework of the free continental trade. Because if we develop a standard at a continental level, then bamboo product produced in Cameroon could be commercialized in all African countries, or bamboo product produced in another African country could be commercialized in Cameroon.
One of the reasons to explain the desire to empower especially young Cameroonians into the bamboo industry is the enduring multiple usages of this plant abound in all the 10 regions of Cameroon with roughly 25 million citizens today.
Today, we have documented over 10,000 different uses of bamboo. Bamboo is really used everywhere. I would say bamboo offers to Cameroon really an ecological solution and an economic solution. So economically, if you look at a country like China, where bamboo has sustainably created 8 million direct jobs to people, and it is worth 60 billion USD of global trade. You can imagine that if in Cameroon we are somehow only half to that figure, we are going to curb our unemployment rate maybe by 60%. So in Cameroon, there is real potential to tap into this bamboo to create jobs for the women. We can engage our women in the development of bamboo charcoal. In weaving, in producing baskets with bamboo, we can create jobs for youth in terms of furniture making. We can create jobs for our farmers in terms of producing this comb, which is going to supply the industry. Today, I am encouraging farmers to be able to plant bamboo in the farms. Why? Because it strengthens their resilience against climate change.
We use bamboo where the needs arise, especially in emergencies, but also in terms of as I said earlier, in terms of providing cheap and more affordable housing in some areas, and also to achieve the use of the manufacture of trading goods like furniture, like you see in Cameroon. We have artisans who use bamboo for the livelihood.
Je vois des pays comme le Burundi, comme Sao Tome.
I see countries like Burundi, Sao Tome, Rwanda, DRC, Gabon, Equatorial Guinea with Cameroon to be part of the INBAR family. Just to recall that Congo and the Central African Republic are already members.
En même temps que je suis président de la Comifac, de faire une tournée.
As Comifac chair, I have envisaged to undertake a task to talk about Comifac and INBAR.
Mais également de poser les préoccupations relatives à INBAR. De même, nous envisageons de créer, cette fois-là avec l'appui du gouvernement de la République populaire.
With the assistance of the Chinese government, we plan to establish a bamboo resource center in Cameroon.
C'est un projet qui est pour nous vraiment le cœur de notre action à la tête, n'est-ce pas, du conseil de INBAR.
Currently, only Ethiopia has this. This is one key project as we head INBAR Council.
Soit atteint. Nous souhaitons également faire en sorte que, avant le conseil, dont le président de la République a autorisé.
We are working with the regional office before the council meeting. We wish to organize the African Bamboo Conference.
Une conférence africaine sur le bambou.
By choosing to use bamboo, as I'm saying, for instance, as an alternative to plastics, or even in now some people have developed the manufacture of bicycles, substituting the steel frame with bamboo. It makes the bicycle much lighter and much stronger. And we have an example just across the border in Ghana, where there is a factory constructed by young people to sell and to manufacture bicycles, which have a very high price and demand in Germany and United States. So it's things like that. So beneficiaries are those who make bamboo as a tradable raw material for manufacture, and also the users. For countries which are prone to earthquakes, for instance, they benefit by using bamboo because bamboo is light. And also, when the earthquake strikes, it doesn't create so much damage to the lives of the people. So that the beneficiaries are the people who use the bamboo in different ways.
To this can be added the potential of bamboo to make Cameroon easily reach the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations, with the intention to better human life within the spirit of the Paris Climate Change Deal, sealed by President Paul Biya and other world leaders back in 2015.
for example, cocoa growers, if the cocoa farm does not produce because of one reason, they are exposed to their livelihoods. But if they introduce bamboo into that, they are creating resilient systems, which enables them to be able to survive in those countries. And from an environmental perspective, you may know that bamboo actually sequesters more carbon than timber. So by planting bamboo, you are sequestering carbon, and by so doing, you are reducing our ecological footprint. Cameroon has a lot of commitments, international commitment, where bamboo can actually play a critical role to support the country. For example, the commitment of Cameroon for the Sustainable Development Goals. Bamboo can play a critical role on SDG 1, end of poverty, 7, affordable energy, 11, sustainable construction, 12, sustainable consumption, 13, life on land, and 17, ecosystems. So bamboo can play a role to help the government achieve these. The government of Cameroon has ratified the Paris Agreement to curb its carbon emission. By planting bamboo, it will be so doing. The government of Cameroon, under the Bond Challenge, the AF100, has committed to restore 12 million of hectares of degraded land. Bamboo offers a solution to quickly achieve those targets. We, in fact, have suggested to the Ministry of Environment to consider including bamboo as one of the species that is going to be used for the restoration process. So to Cameroon, bamboo is really a tool that the government can use to protect its environment, protect its natural forest, and to create jobs for its people.
Well, one for instance, it has been proved scientifically that bamboo has a greater capacity for what we call carbon sequestration, that they are capable of storing carbon and emitting oxygen into the atmosphere, and therefore reducing the heating up of the earth. So that is one aspect. But also in terms of the use of charcoal, we are benefiting, we are encouraging the use of bamboo charcoal, and we have mechanism of creating charcoal out of bamboo, which produce clean energy. The charcoal that burns out of bamboo, they don't emit the kind of gas which is unfriendly to the environment. It has much more strength. The thermal capacity of bamboo charcoal is much greater than that of any wood, and that also would reduce the use of trees which are of long-term growth. If you use bamboo charcoal, it means that you are sparing the land, you are sparing the forest from being cut down.
The bamboo can take years to mature in the forest, and to ensure its fast growth, a friendly environment is needed, and that is the case here in Cameroon.
It is important to highlight that the choice of the nursery site is something critical and very important, because that is where you raise the seedlings. So basically, we emphasize on two criteria that a nursery should have. It should be accessible in terms of communication, that it should not be too far from a roadside, so that the seedlings that are raised at the nursery could be transported elsewhere, and it should have water, because we need to maintain a constant watering regime. Usually we water at least twice per day. So there should be water, and this water should not be seasonal. It should not be water during the rainy season and no water during the dry season. It should be continual availability of water.
And when we plant them, it takes a very short, like we say 4 years, we have a very good size of bamboo that you can harvest and use it. So that's why bamboo is important, because it grows very fast. And mostly for now, people are diverting from timber trees to bamboo, because bamboo grows very fast and it's very easy and a little bit technical to produce.
Le bambou et le rattan, c'est d'intérêt depuis 2018. Avec la visite du chef de l'État. Avant, c'était fait.
Bamboo gained momentum with the president's visit in 2018. We spoke about it generally, but today it is a reality.
Et avec ces accords que le chef de l'État a eu à signer au niveau du siège INBAR,
with the agreement signed by the head of state, the Ministry of Forestry took over the file, and we do the training. We have 3 levels of training: technical agents, technicians, and senior technicians at the basic level.
Et où on spécialise les gens dans la production des plants.
They do nursery work, and we specialize people in the growing of the plant to produce quality seeds.
Maintenant, il y a ceux qui sont au stade un peu plus élevé, qui sont dans la sylviculture, c'est-à-dire maintenant aller le travail travailler en plantation. Je voudrais souligner ici que
Good to know that the bamboo is found nationwide. South and North, all the 10 regions are represented here in the school. They are adapted to their zones, that's the North, South, East, West.
Celui qui est formé ici dans le bambou peut très facilement aller s'adapter dans son agroécologie, qu'il soit du nord, du sud, de l'est ou de l'ouest, et aller également faire la même chose qui est prévue ici. Et cet outil, ce dispositif nous permet, parce que nous avons un volet entrepreneuriat.
Very soon it is all about entrepreneurship, to become independent and get assisted for the development of bamboo, to reduce the pressure on timber.
Vouloir bénéficier des appuis quelconques qui pourraient venir, soit dans le cadre de leur installation ou dans le développement de la ressource, afin que la pression qui est mise sur le bois puisse, tout au moins, même si elle ne diminue pas, se stabiliser à des valeurs de gestion durable et que pour le bambou, cela puisse également monter. Parce qu'il y a une autre phase qui va passer après.
Or maybe stabilize it, because the next phase will be transformation in this evolution.
Qui est en cours de construction.
To ensure the bamboo has a direct impact on the local population in Cameroon, the Inter-African Bamboo Farmers Smallholder Development Program has been equipping the locality of Ekali in the central region with the tools and means to take them out of the poverty line.
C'est une manne qui est tombée du ciel. Parce qu'un jour, j'étais là et le ministre des Forêts est seulement atterri chez moi.
It is manna from heaven. One day I just received a call from Forestry Minister with the INBAR staff that Ekali has been chosen for community nursery. I just said thank you, God, because we need innovative projects like this for development.
Novateurs comme ça pour appuyer le développement. Raison pour laquelle je me suis mis là-dedans avec mon expertise pour que
I decided to get involved for the sake of the community.
D'abord, c'est un projet, cette pépinière communautaire est, je pense, la toute première au Cameroun. Pourquoi ne pas s'en féliciter?
This is the first community-based bamboo nursery in the country. We are happy. This is good because the youth will learn a new trade in the production of bamboo and planting.
Apprendre un nouveau métier. D'abord, au niveau de la production des plants de bambou de Chine, mais également au niveau même de la transformation. Sans toutefois oublier que nous pouvons utiliser ce bambou-là soit pour consolider nos digues.
We can use the bamboo to strengthen our dikes, protect the soil, etc.
Un peu partout, ça permet de restaurer le sol, et ainsi de suite.
What we are starting to do already is working with, for example, the International Fund for Agriculture Development in Rome. They are interested to work with us in Cameroon. United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, but also bilateral donors, maybe from France, maybe from other European countries, the bank, and China. So we are looking at how we can work with other partners to basically develop activities in Cameroon under the new bamboo policy that Cameroon has promulgated last year.
Nous étions passés sur un protocole d'accord qui était basé sur un cofinancement.
The first thing was co-financing protocol with INBAR and other partners and the community.
Nous avons reçu donc de la part de INBAR des semences.
We received from INBAR seeds, but those seeds stayed for long, but some germinated, about 300 seeds.
Et on a utilisé donc les 300 là pour atteindre 3000. Donc, on a
the 300 seeds produced 3,000. This micro-germination multiplied for the second phase.
On continue à la seconde phase. L'objectif, c'est avoir 15 000.
The objective is to attain 15,000. After this, we have coming from the massive ones in the forest, we collect them and place them in polythene bags and we transport them.
On les met ici au niveau des bacs de propagation et ça tient déjà. Après, on va transplanter au niveau des sachets.
Nous sommes dans la première promotion. Et comme on vous a dit, en spécialité, ils sont autour de...
We are in the first batch, about 40 students. Very soon, some will specialize in the production of bamboo plants.
Il y en a qui vont se spécialiser beaucoup plus dans la production de plants. Et ils sont là qui sont très, très intéressés et qui travaillent tous les jours.
They are working every day to get skills for that.
Nécessaires. Et en termes d'employabilité, nous pensons beaucoup plus à l'entrepreneuriat.
Our focus on employment is on entrepreneurship, to own their own startups like elsewhere. It is personal initiative actually.
Personnel pour pouvoir se développer et se mettre à leur propre compte. Parce que quand nous voyons ce qui se passe ailleurs, cela va de l'initiative privée, c'est-à-dire la production du bambou et sa valorisation à long terme.
Actuellement, nous sommes lancés sur une nouvelle dynamique avec de nouveaux cursus de formation.
We are in a new training program which trains people from the nursery level.
Donc, ceux qui s'occupent de cette option-là, c'est avec eux qu'on travaille beaucoup plus. Donc,
we work with them most from the harvesting to the planting of the seed, from the natural state to their new environment.
Donc, être ramenés en plantation pour des plantations de bambou.
Bamboo is a profession in which we have been trained.
Donc, comme ça n'a jamais été réalisé au Cameroun.
It is the first time we have it in Cameroon.
Fait découvrir aux Camerounais. Et à base de ces bambous, on peut faire beaucoup de choses.
Cameroonians are discovering it with future benefits.
Ça peut nous donner beaucoup d'avantages à l'avenir. L'avantage est que quand le bambou va être réalisé au Cameroun comme...
When people will see its real value, it will be great for Cameroon.
Ceux qui en ont besoin de ça, ils vont venir payer et c'est ça qui va nous donner beaucoup d'avantages au Cameroun.
C'est un projet qui a beaucoup d'impact. Que ce soit sur le plan social, économique, environnemental, il y a beaucoup d'impact là-dedans.
Be it economic or social, it is a project with huge impact. Socially, it will create jobs. It has already started, especially with the co-financing project.
Un personnel, ici, ça fait déjà un emploi. Mais maintenant, ici, au village, on fabrique même.
Here in the village, we produce caps, chairs, beds, fishing, dikes, protection, soil fertilization.
Les lits avec du bambou. Et maintenant, il y a même beaucoup de choses qu'on fait avec le bambou. On a par exemple la production piscicole là. On a des étangs, on envisage planter au niveau des digues, des berges là, les bambous pour consolider les digues. Ça nous aide également au niveau de la fertilisation, de la restauration des sols. Parce qu'on a compris, on a des sols déjà qui sont trop faibles. Mais si on plante le bambou, quand ça tombe, le feuillage tombe, ça va fertiliser. Il y a ça. Il y a également un autre grand volet qui va arriver avec...
All of these good things and the next big project with INBAR is transformation. Youth will learn trades in transformation, build houses. During seminars, we saw what the Chinese use bamboo for.
Du n'importe quoi avec des bambous. Nous avons vu lors des séminaires comment les Chinois, eux, ils font avec du bambou. Donc il y a ça sur le plan socio-économique. Sur le plan environnemental, comme je l'ai dit tantôt, on aura aussi à protéger un peu.
Environmentally, it rolls back deforestation because we will use more of bamboo than cut down trees for sustainable development.
A beaucoup travaillé avec lui que d'aller couper encore les jeunes tiges de bois. Donc on va couper, vous voyez, si on veut faire des perles, on prend plutôt le bambou, on fait les perles avec, et là on économise un peu la forêt et ça nous permet maintenant de mieux restaurer, de faire une gestion durable même de notre environnement.
Apart from the Ekali community, petty traders in the bamboo business, like these ones at the Mvogbi market here in Yaoundé, Cameroon, have also received assistance from the Central Africa Regional Office of the International Organization for Bamboo and the Rattan to scale their productions to industrial levels.
À dire vrai, je n'ai pas été inspiré, je suis né dans le domaine.
I am born in the bamboo world. We are sparsely organized, exposed with so many problems. The government has begun to assist us than it was in the previous situation.
Au niveau de l'organisation, on fait avec. On fait les chaises, on fait les lits, on fait les classeurs dans les meubles.
We make beds, chairs, chisels, houses, traditional medicines.
On fait dans la décoration de mariage, de deuil.
Decorations during marriage and at funerals. Caps like the one I'm putting on, we do all.
Je suis capable d'habiller l'intérieur d'un véhicule en rotin. Si un jour j'aurai cette chance, mais je sais que je peux. Gagner quelque chose, je peux dire qu'on survit.
We barely survive now.
C'est pas mal quand même. Le fait qu'on ne vole pas, on se bat.
We do not steal. This is better.
Parfois, le marché, ça passe. Parfois, c'est mort comme pour le moment. INBAR, c'est la meilleure chose qui soit arrivée aux Camerounais.
INBAR is the best thing that arrived in Cameroon. Some Cameroonians get to know it.
Pas encore la chose même. Pourquoi? Parce qu'ils ne se sont pas approchés auprès de INBAR pour comprendre un peu qui est INBAR. Moi, je n'ai pas eu.
I did not spend time to know. It is the future of bamboo and rattan in Cameroon.
Du bambou, rattan du Cameroun. Bon, moi, je comprends facilement quand quelque chose est bien, mais il est bien vrai qu'il vient de s'installer. Bon, je pense qu'avec le temps et les débats qu'ils font par rapport à la vie de l'artisan, ça va aller. Déjà, ils nous ont donné 2 formations, je pense. J'ai reçu 2 formations par INBAR. Et au niveau de l'encadrement, je pense que si déjà on me reçoit bien, on me guide bien dans tout ce qu'ils nous ont montré, bon, je pense que l'encadrement a été fait bien. Ce qui est sujet au gouvernement, c'est que le secteur du rattan en Mvogbi, je pense que c'est un secteur que, même si quelqu'un sort du Congo...
Even when someone comes from Congo, he knows there is bamboo in Mvogbi, France.
Par exemple, le gouvernement, c'est le gouvernement. Personne ne peut faire avec le gouvernement. Il prend ses sites.
The government is there to guide us. Let them organize a place for us here. Let them build like a market all over here. It is not good to remove us from here. There can be a structure here which organizes everything.
L'artisanat, et au niveau là, on peut nous former, oui, mais au niveau de la vente, même si tu sors du Japon, des États-Unis, tout le monde passe ici.
Even where to train us, when people come from Japan, America.
Qui nous couvre et vient voir les propriétaires terriens, on ne sait pas, mais parce que c'est qu'on paye ici.
Let the government meet the landowners. The government is capable.
Personnellement, si je ne travaillais pas pour l'État, je crois que je serais en train de me lancer.
If I was not working for the state, I would have engaged in the bamboo business economically.
Par exemple, en matière de construction, les pêches, donc les bois d'œuvre qui étaient utilisés, par exemple, en matière de construction, il y a toute une note ministérielle du ministère des Forêts et de la Faune.
Government has forbidden the use of wood to construct some houses.
Vers le bambou. Et donc, du coup, ça devient une source de revenus. Donc, si moi, je ne travaillais pas directement pour l'État, je crois que je me serais lancé tout de suite. Peut-être au moment où j'irai en retraite, je vais devoir...
People now use bamboo when I go on retirement. It will be my source of revenue.
Ma nouvelle activité quand je vais cesser de travailler pour l'État.
So I'm using bamboo to construct very attractive houses on the beach for tourists who come down to visit the country. And bamboo houses, bamboo huts are very comfortable because of the fact that it can provide a very cool atmosphere in the house. So I use bamboo personally in my own personal business, and I also use bamboo. Part of my furniture is made of bamboo because we have artisans in Tanzania who do make very good items.
They, like the people of Ekali, kilometers away, see this as a game changer in their local commerce, which sustains their families.
China is the leading country which produces bamboo, and as I said, the organization was inspired by the experience of China. And as you know, the civilization of China goes back thousands of years, and bamboo has been at the center of the civilization of the country by the people using bamboo for making paper and therefore writing, having alphabet and writing, and also using the bamboo for construction of houses. And now, of course, the researchers found out that there are more than 10,000 uses of bamboo, including being able to use the bamboo for manufacture and making of furniture. As you know, we all know, you can make floor tiles by using bamboo. We can use bamboo for even manufacture of textile. The shirt I'm wearing, for instance, is out of the fiber made of bamboo. And you can use bamboo in many ways.
Notre formation dans le secteur forestier, beaucoup s'attendraient à ce que le personnel qui est formé soit intégré directement dans l'État.
During our training in the forestry school, people want state recruitment. The state cannot recruit all. We should train people who can be self-employed.
Le bambou est une très bonne occasion vu sa croissance. La croissance est extrêmement rapide.
And the bamboo is a good venture because it grows fast. Within 4 years, you have it.
Les élèves qui sont formés peuvent très bien s'installer sur la production des plantes. D'ailleurs, que les plantes de bambou peuvent même être déjà vendues. Nous sommes dans...
The trained students can be well organized. We are at a stage of becoming a major transformation hub for bamboo, especially for those who have plants.
Dans la production de bambou. Mais au-delà, pour ceux qui auront disposé des terres, qui peuvent disposer des terres, ils peuvent aller au-delà de la production des plants pour planter eux-mêmes, pour créer des plantations et donc vendre des plants directement.
The major challenge to this is the chanted transformation of their produce to add value locally and make the people feel the real positive impact of the adventure to the local consumption market by transforming bamboo locally in what is known today as the spirit of the made in Cameroon produce.
Maintenant, grâce à l'appui d'INBAR, au mois de janvier,
with the support of INBAR, last January we received state-of-the-art machines which are stocked at the Colbison Wood Processing Center.
Ces machines et cet outillage constituent
the machines are very essential for the training of craftsmen at the Joint Center for Bamboo and Wood Processing.
Du bambou. Ça va donc permettre, nous appelons cela le centre commun de formation et de transformation du bambou. Je peux déjà vous dire que de ce centre, nous allons fabriquer
From the center, we will make toothpick, which today cost the state some 5 billion francs CFA for importation.
Nous voulons espérer que ce cure-dent made in Cameroon va
And of course, you know, the brigatory fish roasters will be very happy.
seront satisfaits.
The needed machines to transform bamboo in this country have been acquired and stocked here at the Nkolbison Wood Processing Center, where they will be used, for example, to make toothpick, whose importation consumes 5 billion each year from the state coffers.
Mais je voudrais vous dire que le bambou recèle beaucoup d'espoir. Parce que ce que les experts m'ont dit, c'est que lorsque le travail
Bamboo brings a lot of hope. According to experts, when transformation starts, even the current reserve will run out fast. However, our hope is on the fact that the bamboo grows fast. In 7 years, it is mature.
Donc nous sommes pleins d'espoir. Nous savons que dans un climat équatorial comme le nôtre, c'est une réserve très dense. Tout le grand centre sud.
We are hopeful that in an equatorial forest like ours, it is a huge reserve which covers all of South Cameroon and in the north, all portions of the country actually.
Ici, dans la partie du pays, trouveront preneurs, artisans, quelle que soit la région du pays intéressée.
Today, with a clear intention to make the once bypassed bamboo into a real engine for development, Cameroonians will certainly look at the resource with a different virtual thought.